Good morning, Marta.
Hi. So I was just doing Just Dance with my brother.
You doing a dance with your brother?
Yeah, we've been doing Just Dance all morning.
Nice.
Well, not all morning, all like for an hour.
What music?
I'm doing the crazy dance.
Crazy dance.
We do that one.
Good.
Like it's really crazy. It's not really dancing.
Why do you say it's not really dancing?
Because it's like also it feels strange having a remote in your hand and dancing at the same time. Because like you can't do the hand poses that they're actually doing.
Oh,
You
so
can't like make yourself.
what is crazy dance? Is it like an app thing?
No, it's Just Dance. It's called Just Dance.
Okay. Explain to me. I'm new to this.
It's like an app, or you can get it on an app, but I don't recommend it because they spam your phone with photos of the app.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can get it, like me and my brother have a Nintendo Switch, a console. We play it on there.
So does it play music and ask you to do moves, or do you just dance along with it?
Well, it's like there's
I'm sweating from it.
There's some characters on the screen, and in the corner there's instructions for the dance moves, so you just have to follow along with them. And me and my brother have been literally doing the same one the whole time because it's a crazy one and I'm really good at it. He's bad at it.
What, is there like a move for like one character and a different move for another?
But it's really mad. It's like, let me show her.
There's one really hard one that we like that goes like this.
You have to pretend you've got a ginormous gun. So yeah, Sarah's been sick, so she's not coming this week.
That's all right. That's all right. So the studio in England has asked me to add on another class, and that might be like in dancing choreo. So watch the space. I'll keep you informed if we add on another class, and that would be more choreography dancing.
Yeah.
All right. I was going to ask you something else. I forgot now. Yeah, so you're off. You're off for summer. You don't do any summer school?
We're not off for summer yet.
Oh, you're not off yet. So you're still doing online classes?
England doesn't get off until the end of July.
That's right. We get off earlier in America than here. You get longer breaks. And how's it going, your online studies?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult. They've added in like online meetings now.
Uh-huh. And that's what, with you and your teachers or you and your schoolmates?
Mute yourself. You have to mute yourself and turn off your camera in most of them.
Uh-huh.
So
what? Like, so you turn off your camera, and so what is the meeting? It's a class? You're in class?
Yeah, I guess it's like a
class. Good morning, Christian.
Morning.
Gosh, you're looking lovely today.
Well, thank you. I put lips on today.
Yeah, me too. I've got to have the lips on, otherwise I can't function. Oh my goodness. It looks like it's a smaller group today. Let's just give it another minute, and while we're talking, get into your butterfly, loosen up your hips, get your breath going. So I've got London and California, England and California today.
Nice, nice.
And I might see Carlton. He's supposed to be stopping in with me about midday.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
I'm so glad he stayed in the countryside.
Oh, he did, good.
Yeah, no, he stayed another night, and in lieu of what's going on in your old neighborhood over there around Merritt Park on Merritt Lake, I was pretty upset by that. Circle your arms, get your breath going.
I don't know the news, but we can talk later about it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just sitting legs forward, breathing in, circle round, take it the other way, circle around, and then start taking it forward, up, back, reverse, up, take it forward, rounding. Just to loosen up your spine, chin goes down, chin goes up, drop the chin, lift the chin, rounding forward, chin to your chest, up. Back to butterfly, little bounces, lots of breath. And then take some circles with your feet. Your feet are right in front of you. Just circle them out and around. Again, while you're doing this, keep your back nice and straight. If you need to push with your hands, go ahead, but don't be slumping down. Well forward on your seat, circling to the outside, circling to the inside. And then some shoulders, some head rolls. First, it's just your head. And then start tracing the circle, taking your head and shoulders into it with your breath. And the other way, just head. Then head and shoulders, so your upper body's making a bigger circle. And shake it out. Coming up to a downward dog. Again, just to loosen our legs, open up our hips. Get into your downward dog, and again, make some circles, stretching out your calves, stretching out your hips, breathing, taking it both directions, just twisting and bending through your downward dog. And then just shake like a dog. And then let's go ahead when we're ready and push into that dog. So you don't have to have straight arms and legs. If you do, that's fine. Pushing equally, hands and feet to the floor, pushing your hips way up to the ceiling. And if you can, rock forward on your toes, so you're just pushing your seat up, pushing the weight into your hands, rocking back and forth, opening up the metatarsal. And then when you're ready, carefully, if you lift up your hips, you can roll to the top of your feet and down, and a little hop and back. With breath, rolling, opening your back, stretching out the tops of your feet. Take the weight into your hands so you don't overstretch your feet. Rounding your back, little arch, little lift. Hold the downward dog. Get your breath going. And now take it forward into a plank. We're going to take our little extension kicks. So inhale to the outside, extend. Inhale to the middle, breathe out. Cross it over to the other side, breathe out. Outside, extend. Middle, extend. Crossing over, extend. Repeat with breath. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, one more. Inhale. Long legs. Take your toe far from your hips. That's your last one. Come back to downward dog, get a little shake. Catch your breath, get organized for the other side. Outside, extend. Middle, extend. Cross it over. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Repeat. Outside, go long. Middle, take your foot far away. Outside, last time. And middle, crossing over, extend back to downward dog. Shaking your hips around, opening hips, and come to sitting position. We're going to take on our backs our usual développés, but we're also going to work a little bit of inside beats. But let's just go ahead and start with our développés first. You're lying down flat, pushing your small of your back to the floor, arms are steadying you. If you choose to do turnout, find your turnout now. Rotate from the hips. Point, let's just take kicks first. Kicking up and down with a pointed foot. Inhale, kick, let it float. Inhale, kick, let it float. Imagine someone is pulling your foot far from your hip And now take flex foot. Keep it flexed. Pull the heel away. Make your legs long by pulling foot away from hip. Body is dead still, only the leg is moving. Here's your last one. Other side, pointing toe. Kick, let it float. Inhale, exhale. My body is quiet because I'm pushing my belly button to the floor. You can also push with your hands so you don't jiggle around. Flex foot, heel leads all the way. Pull the heel away, far from your hip, creating a nice long line. Inhale the way up, exhale down. 3 more, and 2, and 1. Now you're developing. Toe to knee, toe to ceiling, flex the foot, bring it down. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Inhale, long, pull the heel away. Last time, point, flex, and reverse. Heel goes up, toe points. Slide the toe down. As the heel goes up, press the small of your back to the floor and keep it there. It's small of back to the floor is your anchor for your core. Last time, inhale, touch, other leg. Point, point, flex, pull it down. Inhale, long, flex, pull down, point, up, pull it down. Last time, point, flex, and reverse. Flexing up, touch the knee, slide the toe down the leg. Inhale, small of back to the floor, nail it to the floor. Point, oh, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Flex, point, slide, 2 more. Flex, point, slide, flex, point, slide. Now both of our legs are going to come up, turn in, turn out by rotating your feet. Make a plie or a froggy and open. Heels come in, point, open both legs. Heels come in, straight to the ceiling, open. Heels, up. Alternate your pointing and flexing, up and down. Make a plie, go into an L. So I plie in the middle, I point, and 1 foot goes straight out, 1 foot goes to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, flex, exhale, flex, point, flex, point. Reverse, point in the middle, flex as you go out. Inhale, point, flex, extend. I'm going straight into an L position with my legs. 1 goes out, 1 to the ceiling. Last one, drop it, take a little rest. So now what we're going to do with our legs is cross them, point, cross, point, using the inner thighs, and then flex beats. And we'll also take those wide, pointing and opening. So let's start up, and you just flex, point, open. Use the inside thigh to bring your legs together. Open like a spider, bring it in. Knees out, toes are pointed, flex, bring it in. Bend, bend, open, inside. Bend, point, open, heels, close. Point, bend, open, heels draw to close, stay there. Cross, 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 cross. Feet are flexed, toes are pointed now, and take it big. Open big and close. Open it, close. Open, close. We're pointed toes now, and now take flex and close. Inhale and exhale, inhale, push, exhale. Here's your last one. Now go as fast as you can. And beat, 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 beat. Faster, faster, crossing over. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop it. Give yourself a little shake out. And now we'll take a little bit of abdominal with our port de bras. Gentle reminder, your arms are full and round. We're going to be sitting in our dish position, but we're going to be going through first, second, fifth, first, fifth, second. So our arms are going to be going through these changes while we hold our tummies, lying down flat. And here's your dish. Hold it and breathe. Arms first, second, fifth, second. You can change your V if you need to, but keep the arms working. Keep the legs off the floor. And of course, keep breathing. You're just keeping your abdominals working, changing the position as you need it. Few more seconds. Open, open. Just whatever you need. Changing your V, changing your arms, and release. Rolling over, coming to child's pose to stretch your back out the other way. Nice rounding in your back. Take a few breaths. Coming up to cat. Rounding your back. Release, little arch. Rounding your back. Release, little arch. Rounding. And let it go. Coming to the floor for cobra stretch. Hands are by your shoulders. Body is straight in a line. Take your head far from your neck. Slowly, head, neck, shoulders. Ask for that arch. Your arms might not go all the way straight the first time. You might need a little bit of warming up. If you're ready to go straight, go ahead and take them straight. Keep lifting your chest. Push your hips towards the floor. Breathe, create some space in your spine. Do not let the shoulders collapse to the ears. Lift your heart. If you can, look around. Breathe and slowly release. Pushing up again with breath. Holding it there. Cross one hand in front of your ribs. Take the other hand back down your leg towards your knee. Twisting and arching. Lifting your chest. If you want to take it further, you can grab that foot, pull it in. Keep the twist, keep the breath. When you're ready, slowly release. Bring yourself back to center. Other hand will go in the middle of your rib cage. Opposite arm reaches back. I'm arching and twisting, looking over my back shoulder. If I want to take the stretch further, I'll grab that foot. Keep breathing. Hold that arch and twist. Slowly release. Come back to center. Come back down again. And then carefully rounding back into child's pose, curving your spine, and releasing the arch. Coming to our side position. First, we're going to take a side plank. So get yourself up and organized. Top foot is a little bit to the front. Pushing into the floor. Other hand reaches for the ceiling. Holding through your core. If you can, change your gaze, looking up and down. If you want to take a balance, you can take the top foot up. Hold yourself steady. Try and move a little bit. Try and change your look or lift a leg while you're holding your balance there. And carefully come down. Take it on the other side. Going into side plank. Get yourself up and organized. And just hold it, holding through your core. Breathing. When you feel steady, try and change your gaze. It's Monday morning, so you might not be able to change your gaze yet. We're different every day. If you want to extend the stretch or extend the balance, challenge yourself, take one leg off. Keep holding it. And carefully come down. Coming to your seated position. We're going to take a little port de bras before we do our a la seconde work. So holding your breath, you can sit cross-legged, one foot in front of the other, or you can open your legs to the side. Most important is that your back is forward, your back is long, and you're forward. And every time you take a port de bras, you're going to move forward. There's never a straight side position, and it's never straight to the side. Your arms are always a little bit in front of you, even if they're overhead, and even if they're to the side. It's not a 180. So arms in bras, bras. Through first. Follow the hand to the right. Breathe and lower. Looking into the left palm, reaching forward, offering my heart, lift and close. Repeat. Forward, looking right, following my right hand all the way. Now I look into my left hand and I follow it all the way through the cycle. Arms up to fifth, through first, up to fifth. I'm following my right palm. Open, follow the right hand, lift, bring your arms together. Other side, leaning forward, offering first, fifth. Check that the shoulders didn't come up. Open and repeat. First, up, open, and close, through first, to fifth, open, and close. Reverse it, looking towards the right hand, lifting it to fifth, following the right hand, leaning forward through first, and down. Other side, outside, looking to the left, following left hand down. Notice how I'm rocking forward and back, so I really keep my weight forward over my hips. Sorry, going from the outside, following right, bringing it down, following the left side, up, bringing it forward, drop, shake it out. We'll take our side battement and développé, so you're lying on your side in a slight V, not completely straight. Here's my V. I will absolutely use this hand for balance. Finding my turnout, rotating from my upper thighs when I'm ready to go. Grand battement, kick and down. Nothing else moves except the working leg. Use that front arm to keep yourself steady. Squeeze your belly button to the small of your back. Flex foot down, flex and down. Kick it, let it float. Imagine someone's pulling your heel far from your hip. And there's your last one. Passe développé. Point, extend, flex, bring it down. Squeeze your belly button to the small of your back. Anchor in yourself. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Point, point, bring it down. Reverse with the flex. Touch the knee. Slide the toe all the way down. Flex. Bring it in. Slide the toe down. The heel leads. The toe leads. Toe slides down. Last time. Up. Point. And slide. In and out. Passe. Let it go. Squeeze your seat muscle. Bring your heel forward. And drop it. Heel forward. Release, heel forward, release, heel forward, release. Hold the last one, hold it there, and just take toe behind and front. Behind and front. You're hinging your leg a little bit, holding the turnout, driving the knee forward, and let it go. Shake yourself out, catch your breath, and take it on the other side. Carefully organize your V. Be sure you're in really precise position. This arm is supporting me. Find your turnout, driving my heel forward, tucking with my seat, and here we go. Kick and drop. Inhale, exhale. Only the leg moves, no jiggling and wiggling. Keep that toe nice and pointed, heel forward. Now with the flex, keep the heel forward. Long legs, pulling away from your body. Big impetus on the kick and float. Now passe développé. Passe, extend, heel pulls away. Passe, extend. Keep the pressure on this front arm so you're rock steady. Extend, pull it down, last one. Passe, extend, pull it away. Reverse, the heel leads, the toe touches, slide it down. Inhale, touch, float it back down. Power, soft. Last one, powerful, floating, and down. Take it to passe, release it. Heel forward, release, heel forward. Keep breathing. Heel forward, release. Two more, and there. Little hinges, toe front, toe back. So you're really only moving from your knee down, holding with your seat, driving that heel forward, and let's stop there, let it go. Shake it out. Good. All right, let's just come standing up. Let's do a little footwork. So come to your feet and pushing the toes into the floor, stretching the calf. We're going to take it turned in first. And now, rotating your hips, rotating those thighs so you're finding your turnout here. Thighs first, feet will follow. Close it again. Open your thighs. Thighs open, butt squeezes. That's where the turnout comes, and then your toes follow. Same thing. Pushing. There's a plie happening on one side, a stretch of the foot on the other. Go soft into it. Really feel the stretch. And if you can, push to rise and come down. If it's uncomfortable, turned out, go ahead and bring it back to turned in. Most important is you're just working your feet and finding your balance. Pushing to rise, stretching out the foot. In turn out, pushing to rise, fondue, push, bend, push, bend. All right, now we're going to take it to a point. So push to that demi point, out, only to demi point. It's like you're trying to get a piece of chewing gum off the floor and you're scooching it with your toes. So down into the floor, get that piece of gum unstuck right there. I'm using my toe to unstick the gum. Only to demi point, out, come back to first, bounce, plie, release, and we'll take it on the other side. Now the chewing gum is here, and I'm trying to really scooch it off the floor with my foot. Demi point, in, pushing down into the floor, forcing that demi point. And now the other side, push it out and a little bit further point. Demi point, point, demi point, point, demi point, point, demi point, bring it in, release. Just bouncing that plie, loosen up before we take it to the other side. And pushing down through both legs. Demi point, point, demi point, point, demi point, demi point, demi point. Come back to first and just release it. All right, I'd like to just to do a little opening up our sides. So let's point to the side on demi point so you're stable. Take your arms straight up to fifth position and bend. Up, center, I'm framing myself. I go to that demi point, I lift up and long and bend. Do not let your arms cross in front of your face. Up, transfer, demi-point, long, bend, 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 stretching this side, armpit to hip, looking down towards your extended foot, but we're not doing a full point, demi-point, long, and bend. Now, we're gonna start a little balance. I step to the side, I touch, and I come down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now swing into it. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to take our arms overhead and do the same thing. As I step to the right, I lean to the right, touch, down. I step to the left, lean to the left, touch, down. Keep going. If you have any questions, turn on your sound, ask me. 2, 3. Bend. 2, 3. I reach to the side and I just do up, down with the other foot. Bend. 2, 3. Waltz. 2, 3. Now open the arms. So if you go to the right, you open the right arm and touch. When you go to the left, open the left arm. The other arm stays in fifth position. Balance. Balance. Keep it going. Now start swaying with your body like you're a tree in the wind. Balance. 2 more. 1, tap, come down. Last one, tap, come down. Shake it out. All right, I want to do just a little bit of arabesque, mostly for your arms. You're going to put your right foot behind you in B+, so you're standing like this. You're going to step on your right foot, arms are in first, and your right hand goes in front of you, the left hand to the side, like an L. That's your first arabesque. Point the left foot in front, step to the left, arms through first position. Left arm comes forward, I'm standing on the left leg. That's my first arabesque. Same thing on the first side. Point to the diagonal, step through first, reaching out. Other side, I point to the left, step through first, left arm comes forward, right arms to the side. Again, point to the right, step through first, keep reaching, long arm. So it's this finger in my right hand and my left toe. There's my line. Left foot forward, stepping through first, left hand goes forward. This left finger and this right toe are making my line. Shake it out. And let's just take our curtsy. So this is coup de pied or B+. I'm standing turned out. Knees are together, foot is relaxed behind me. I'm going to step to the right. I'm going to do a little pivot, go into my B+, other hand opens. I step back, point, and bow. I'll do it facing you as well in a moment. I step right, I step to the left. This way, little half a turn, knees together, foot is behind. I forgot what I did. I step back, and there's my bow. So let me take it facing you. I step, and I offer. Little pivot. I step back, I point, and I bow. Right foot's pointed forward, I step on it. I take another step to the left, offering there. Little pivot, knee goes behind. Step back on the back leg, lift, and there's my bow. We're going to repeat it again. Walk, walk. Quarter turn, step back, point, and bow. Second side. Walk, walk, offer your heart. Quarter turn, knees come together, stepping back, lift, curtsy, and then just for your teacher, step to the side, and curtsy. Well done. Bravo. Any questions? You're all just Christian.
Yeah, apparently I'm the only one who made it.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
I can believe it. It's such a fantastic workout.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. Coming from you, that's such an honor, Christian.
Oh my gosh, because you know what happened was, okay, I have to tell you. So last week I did these step hinge kicks and I could feel my core so much better. I was using the whole back of my body to get the leg up, and it was so much more effortless because I was on top of myself.
Yes.
You know? And then the other thing from the qigong is that big toe, girl. I am all up on that big toe now. It's amazing.
Oh, I'm so excited. Most of my students are they tell me that's just really changed their lives is just connecting the big toe to the earth.
Yeah, I know. Who would have thought? I mean, I was always trying to reach with all of my toes, but you know, I was always not quite up on top, which when I was doing jazz, I would struggle with, I could never get that triple turn. You know?
So pushing your big toe into the earth just immediately wakes up the opposition and lengthening your spine. So right there, you're anchoring yourself. A lot of times we're on our feet, but we're like, I often think of the wedding couple on top of the cake and they're just kind of balanced on the frosting. But if you've got the nails underneath the little things, the spikes underneath the plastic thing that goes in the cake, that's your big toe. So you're not just standing, you are anchored, you've got roots, and somehow that big toe, just that pressure pulls your shoulders forward like a centimeter.
It does.
And then you're where you should be.
Yeah, because, you know, I remember my teacher always saying, she goes, you have to pull your body forward in your turns because most of us fall backwards, right? And I could just never get up on top of it. I was not up on top of my foot.
I think a lot of dancers, I always had the problem that open and back.
Yeah.
And even when I started practicing Tai Chi and Qigong, my teacher said, you've got to be more forward. It's all this energy comes from your gut. It's here. And it's true. When you are held here, you know, if you're riding a horse, you have to be forward to take it over to jump. If you're skiing, you got to be forward over your skis. So it's just that big toe pressure. It's just a centimeter.
Yeah, it really is. It's incredible what that timing is.
All right, Christian. Well, I'm so excited at party planning. Actually, we got some salmon. I'm testing. The salmon here is beautiful. So I did a little salmon test run.
That's important. Yes.
Yeah, because I've got a beautiful market here. So yeah, so that's, and also what's great is, I mean, we got a mini cut, but he cuts the side of it. So it's part of it is thin and part of it is thick. That way, when we grill it, those that want the well done will have that. Those that want it a little bit sushi in the middle, you know, it comes out really nice.
Yeah. That sounds great. And we can also pick from the end and let the center.
Oh, yeah.
Because I do have, if Melissa is coming, I don't know if you've met Melissa. She
Is she the really beautiful masseuse?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Hard to forget her.
Hard to forget her, exactly. So if she can come, she's working until 6. So she would only get there like for the last hour. So maybe we can save a little salmon for her.
Oh yeah, we'll have a little list. So there's a nice plate on reserve for her, definitely.
Good.
Definitely.
Her and
I'm
Robert.
so sorry about this Lake Merritt thing.
You know, girl, I heard it last night. I could hear it, but I was like, I am not going down there.
So we spoke on Friday. We went through your menu, I think, on Friday. And I didn't know about it then, and then I heard or saw it on the news later. And I was just so concerned for you and also for Carlton, because he just doesn't need that in his horizon anymore.
I don't know what happened besides that people were wilding out.
Oh, someone hung an effigy at the park at Lake Merritt.
An effigy?
Like a fake person hanging from a tree.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lynching. Someone made a scene of a lynching.
Yeah. Are we surprised by that? I mean, people are crazy hateful. especially right now.
People are so hateful, and it's hard to know, is this like some, you know, racist right winger, or are these some teenagers that want to be on Instagram for 15 minutes? You just don't, it's just such a mess. The social media really fucks things up.
Yeah. Yeah. And that, you know, the reality is that a lot of times it is teenagers. A lot of times it's just somebody who wants some attention.
They want some attention by telling a bad joke. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
There were some girls like a couple months ago, they got in a car wreck, and while they were waiting for the rescue team, they were videoing themselves and the cracked windshield. I mean, they were lucky to survive, but they were so much more interested on posting the event. And this is where these teens are. Some of them really need attention, and they don't understand. You know, when I heard that about Lake Merritt, I thought it could just as easily be some 14-year-olds that are bored, you know?
Right, right.
And they could even be black. I mean, it could be anybody of any color that's just bored, and this is unfortunately what's getting a lot of attention, and, you know.
Yeah. I mean, and especially because we know that teenagers tend to lash out in really inappropriate ways because they're learning how to behave and they make mistakes.
Yeah, and they have a really poor example of how to behave right now, you know?
Right.
All the adults are really misbehaving.
Right. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, they're not getting good role models. Or it could be somebody racist. I mean, you know, I was walking down Lakeside, and there was a homeless, mentally ill black man who walked by this older white man, and he said something to him, but clearly this is a person who's mentally ill, right? Mm-hmm. And this guy waits till I walk by him, and then he calls him the N-word. You know, where he can't hear him, but I can. You know, and this is somebody who lives in this neighborhood, you know, and is so stupid that he can't recognize somebody who's mentally ill. He's so engrossed in his own hatred, you know. And it's interesting because that's not the first time I've met a white man who mistook somebody, a mentally ill black person, for just being a dangerous potential criminal.
I'm really, you know, I was listening to Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man. I am trying to accept the fact that even though I don't consider myself racist and I've been fairly open-minded, it's not working. You know, white people like me I'm not helping the situation. I don't know what else I can do other than really try and be open and accepting. And I'm really, really hoping that this is the time we can shift this ignorance, but I'm perplexed at, like, what can I do as a white person to make everyone more accepting, or just, you know, it's bothersome. It's really bothersome.
You know what? I have an interesting video that I saw once by this man, Outie, and he's a child of a deaf adult interpreter. So they're the best, right? And he is very winning personality, and he does a lot of videos that are directed mostly towards deaf people, but also towards any allies in terms of trying to empower deaf people, right? And that very question came up, and he said, he goes, you know, the idea of white privilege. So what exactly is that, and how can we leverage our white privilege to help other people? And he gave this beautiful explanation of this story of this woman who went into a market, and she went in with her sister-in-law. So her sister-in-law was somebody who is a darker skinned black woman, and she is a regular at this supermarket. Now the woman who's telling the story is black, but she can pass, right? Because she's mixed. So, and she's never been in there, right? So they do their shopping, and the woman telling the story is going first. She goes in, she writes a check, she She walks right through, they bag her stuff, right? Her sister-in-law comes up and she starts to write a check, and the woman says, "Could I please see your ID?" And then she calls the manager to check her ID, and this woman is almost in tears. She's feeling so picked on, right? Because they're taking a lot of time up and they're acting suspicious of her, right? So the woman telling the story says, "You know what? We need to have a discussion about what's going on here." She says, "I am not somebody who ever comes in this store, and that is my sister-in-law, and she is a regular in here. Why are you carding her? Why are you asking her all these invasive questions when I'm the stranger here? And I want you to know that that's not acceptable." And an older white woman standing behind them, a senior citizen, said, "That's absolutely right. That is not acceptable that you're treating her like this,
Okay.
And that's an example of leveraging your white privilege, like calling people out when they do shit, when they say shit. And it's hard. I know, because I've been in situations where I'm so surprised by somebody's flippant racist comment that it takes you a minute to go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, sometimes you're so shocked that it's hard to, can you still see me, hear me?
No, I can't see you, but I can hear
Yeah,
you.
as long as you hear me. For some reason, my screen just went off. Yes, when it's happened, sometimes I'm so shocked that by the time I've gathered myself and want to say something, everyone's dispersed.
Yeah.
Because it is shocking, and yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking about, so there we go.
Recording. Aren't you recording?
I was recording.
Oh, okay, it's the button song. Okay.
Oh, maybe that's what.